Tell me so that our audience is clear what some of the terms mean that describe the different generations, Issei, Nisei, Kibe. What do these different terms mean, just very succinctly?
Issei means first generation. Nisei, Ni means two, is second generation. Now there are what we call Sansei, the third generation. The Kibe was a group of people that were born in the United States and at an early age sent to Japan to live with grandparents or relatives and get a Japanese education. And then they came back to the United States. For some reason, I don't know whether it was our parents' generation, they put this generational category so that it's mostly a generational thing.
So Issei were born in Japan.
Issei are those that were born in Japan and immigrated to the United States, could not become citizens. Nisei are the American-born. So actually, we are the first generation born in the United States, but we're considered second. And then our children would be Sansei, third generation.
You talked about walking around at night. Alyssa's raised a question, which I think is a good one to explore. Is what do you remember about camp security? What was the nature of the security at camp?
Well, in the beginning, there were no barbed wire fences. There were sentries that were walking around the boundary lines. But after the camp was built, 36 blocks of barracks, they put a 5-strand barbed wire fence all around the residential area of the camp. There were 8 guard towers, 1 in each corner, and that's 4, and then 4 in the middle, which is about halfway. Each of them were occupied by an American soldier, and a searchlight at night, and a rifle or machine gun, I guess, with live ammunition. And they guarded the camp by day and by night. And at night, they would turn the searchlights on, and whenever anybody opened the door of their barrack to go somewhere, go out, the searchlights would follow. I remember going out one night, and the searchlight followed me all the way to the latrine. When I came out from the latrine, it followed me all the way back to my room. And I think everyone remembers those searchlights in every camp. Now, I had heard that some of the camps, they had both the barbed wire fence and the searchlights and the guard towers removed after about a year, but I don't know. Manzanar was not, because we were in the restrictive zone, and so the security was quite tight.
Even towards the end of the camp?
No, toward the end of the camp, I heard that the guard towers on the highway 395 were occupied, but the ones in the back were not, and there was a lot less security after about 1943, 44.
At what point were people allowed to leave camp?
Well, originally the people who were allowed to leave camp were those who went out on short-term furlough to harvest crops, to go to another camp if a relative was ill and they had to go visit, or if a woman was engaged to a soldier and a soldier was in an area outside of the coast, they were allowed to leave to get married. And then after the loyalty oath program was instituted, then people who had answered yes, yes were considered the ones to be relocated.
If you would just back up to where you were saying, after the loyalty oath, the people who said yes, yes, what happened?
After the loyalty oath was collected and people who had answered yes, yes, were considered loyal enough to go out, people started to leave. the government, the office, the War Relocation Authority, started to open up offices in the West Coast and on the, not too far east, but around the Midwest, to get businesses to hire Japanese American, and they got the assistance of the Quakers and the Baptist church groups to help find housing and jobs for everyone. And so the movement to relocate people started early in '43, and the students who wanted to go to school also were able to leave, and women who were getting married, wanted to get married to soldiers outside the area, were able to leave to get married. So it was a very slow effort, but it started early, and the government, I think, was beginning to feel the economic pinch of having to take care of so many people when they could have been using the money for the war effort.